Hi, welcome to the video. This will be part 2 for Antichrist. If you go to the description below, there should be links to all the material that you'll need. So, just to recap, part 1, I had already pointed out that John, who received the apocalypse, the vision of the apocalypse, he would have distributed to the 7 churches the vision that he received, and then he would have gotten on his horse, headed down to Jerusalem, and then he would have immediately been writing the 3 epistles, 1st, 2nd, 3rd John, preparing them in Jerusalem, in the temple, for the 1335-day prophecy of Daniel 12. At the time that I made that video, I did not know the details of it, but that's all I knew. He was preparing them. So now I found another piece of the jigsaw puzzle, an important, crucial piece, and that is a festival of xylophony. So that is a festival where they bring wood and they intermarry between the different tribes, whatnot. And this is the kind of the beginning of separation of sheep versus goats, because those who deny Christ in the flesh, they would have just gone right into it. They would have gone right into it. Those who came to Christ, they would have taken heed to his words. Pray that your flight does not take place in winter, referring to the women that are pregnant. Alright? So they would have not have been getting involved with this. They would have abstained from it. So they knew that at some point really soon they're going to be fleeing. Matter of fact, the first day of this day of this festival is the first day of the 1335-day countdown when they're supposed to flee. Alright? So, in the day before, which is August 14th, that was the day the sacrifice of seeds, all right, Wars by Josephus, War 217, paragraph 2, and that was August 14th of AD 66. So that was the last day. That was the fulfillment of Daniel 12:11. Let's just go there for a second. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, that was August 14th, 66 AD. And what's daily sacrifice talk about? Talk about daily sacrifice that was given for Caesar. Okay? And because they stopped that was the final straw with Nero Caesar. Okay, that's when he sent Vespasian to destroy the temple in Jerusalem. All right? An abomination that make a desolate set up, that was the man who stood in the temple as God, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Paul talked about that. There should be 1,290 days, so 1290 days. So that's what we see right here, the 1290 days, and that was when the 45-day countdown began. Unfortunately, Josephus was not there when this took place. He came back from Rome right in time, just when see this green line here, right when the seals of Israel were flaying. Alrighty, so he caught it, and you can read about it in Wars 531. Alrighty, so I have that all captured right here. Alright, so he basically comes back and he just catches them in time. So anyway, so that is why John wrote the 3 epistles in preparation for them. So when you read 2 Thessalonians, the evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. Alrighty? That's exactly what's going on there. Alright, and now keyword there, deceive, right? So let's go to the next passage. What did John say about deceive? For many deceivers are entered in the world who confess not that Jesus come to flesh. This is deceiver and an antichrist. Alrighty? There are many of them. Alrighty? Not singular. And then go to the next one. For there are many unruly, vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. Now this was Paul writing to Titus. Alrighty? So Paul specifically identifying the deceivers as the Jewish people. They were the Antichrist, the ones that denied Christ in the flesh. The ones that came to Christ were not the Antichrist. They were the New Jerusalem. Alright? So I'm going to have a video link right here that you're watching right now. I'm going to add that right here. So hopefully now you can see how it all ties together and in preparation for the final day of the 1335 days and when they're supposed to flee. So the women who came to Christ, they knew that they're going to have to flee, and they're not going to go and get pregnant. Where the women, the Jewish women who denied Christ in the flesh, the Antichrist, they would have dove right into the festival and intermarried, whatever. Okay, so, and matter of fact, some did have babies. That's recorded during. Let's see here. Where is it? Mother eating own children. Okay, so those would have been the Jews who denied Christ in the flesh. They have been eating their own children. The famine was really bad, but there was a period where nobody's allowed to go in or out of the temple, and so obviously Peter, who was given the responsibility to feed his sheep, the Lord's sheep, he would not have been able to do that. So we don't know if Peter was still alive at this point. Keep feeding them, but he would have been feeding them until the day he died, and then some of the other disciples that were helping him would have joined. And I believe that the people here fled to Petra, and but before that, the Jews who were in 7 churches that John wrote to, they would have fled the second Exodus. You click on this link here, it gives a video that really helps us look at from their perspective. I believe that they came down and eventually ended up in Petra, preparing the place in Petra for them. So when they fled, they had a place to stay. All right, just like Jesus said in John 14:2, I have a place prepared for you. So that's just my belief. We don't have it documented, but putting all this together, trying to make sense of all this, that's just kind of where I'm at. So anyway, that sort of wraps up part 2. This is the missing piece of the puzzle that I finally found. I'm sure you've done puzzles before, and you're in the midst of working that puzzle. You cannot find that piece. You cannot find it. You cannot find it. And finally, you find it, and oh my gosh, there it is. So this is that missing piece that I've been waiting for. So that's why I was able to make this part 2. Alrighty. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the material, and I hope you continue to enjoy your studies. Thank you, and have an awesome day.